Hi children, welcome to our mathematics class. So today the same lesson, triangle lesson, we are discussing. Okay, the last module in this exercise 7.3, based on that only we are dealing mainly in this coming modules. For this, they are given some more criteria on triangles. In that, they are specifically says that SSS and RHS congruencies. So you know very well what is meant by SSS congruency. What is meant by SSS congruency? Two triangles are said to be congruent if three sides of one triangle is equal to the corresponding three sides of another triangle, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by SSS congruency, isn't it? Next is RHS congruency. So RHS congruency only deals with right angle triangle. So if two right angle triangles are congruent, the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle is equal to the corresponding hypotenuse and side of another triangle, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by the RHS congruency. So if you know the congruencies, based on the congruencies only the exercise sums they are given. So whatever diagram they are given means you must just see that what are the congruencies we can apply in that diagrams. Okay, so comparing any two triangles from that diagram you have to consider and what congruency we can apply, and we can came into the fact that these two triangles are congruent. If two triangles are congruent means by CPCT we can say that the corresponding angles also equal as well as the corresponding sides also equal. Okay, so let us start with our module exercise 7.3 exercise sums. Let us see exercise 7.3. First question. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles on the same base BC and vertices A and D are on the same side of BC. They are given the diagram in the textbook, figure 7.39. If AD is extended to intersect BC at P, show that the first one is triangle ABD congruent to triangle ACD. So all of you draw the diagram first. They are given that triangle ABC and triangle exercise 7.3 question number 1 triangle ABC and triangle BDC. Triangle BDC are two isosceles triangles. So ABC is isosceles means side AB is equal to side AC. Triangle BDC is isosceles means triangle BD equal to triangle CD. These are the given data. Okay. So using the given data, first we must prove that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So all of you see the diagram. First we must prove that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ABD, triangle ACD. Okay. So for proving this result, first we must consider triangle ABD and triangle ACD. Okay. So consider triangle ABD and triangle ACD. All of you look at the board. In triangle ABD and ACD, AB equal to what, children? AC. What is the reason? Because they are given this as an isosceles triangle, isn't it? So AB equal to AC. Next one, BD equal to what? CD. That also given. So 1, 2. Two sides we got it, isn't it? Next what we have to prove? AD, two sides we got it. What is the third side of this triangle? AD. isn't it? So AD equal to AD, that is common. So look at these two triangles. Three sides of one triangle are correspondingly equal to the three sides of another triangle. Then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by SSS congruency. Okay. So we can write therefore triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So two triangles are congruent means automatically their corresponding parts are equal. So from this we can write angle BAD is equal to angle BAD. This angle is same as angle CAD. So D is a point on AP. So BAD, how you can write? Angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. Put it as equation number 1. So our proof of the first part over from here. After that, for proving the second result, we need angle BAP. That is the reason these two triangles are congruent means automatically their corresponding parts must be equal. So angle BAD equal to angle CAD. That means angle BAP equal to angle CAP. You put that as equation number 1. Then second part of the question you consider. What is the second part of the question? Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ABP is congruent to triangle AC. So for proving this one, first we must consider triangles ABP and triangle ACP. All of you look at the diagram. Triangle ABP and ACP. What are the two sides equal here? AB. ABP. Okay. So AB equal to AC. What is that? Given. AP equal to AP. AP equal to AP. Common. What is the included angle here? Angle BAP. Okay. So angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. ഇതിനാണ് ടീച്ചർ ഫസ്റ്റ് പാർട്ടിൽ BAP equal to angle CAP എന്ന് എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. മനസ്സിലായോ? ഇത് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ we must get the result like this. So from first result we are reducing angle BAP equal to angle CAP by CPCT. So we can apply that in the second result using 1 or from 1. So two sides and included these two sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to two sides and included angle of the other triangle. Then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by which congruency? Two side and one angle. SAS congruency. Therefore we can conclude that triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP by SAS congruency. Okay. So first two parts over. Next let us see the third part of the question. AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. So AP bisects angle A means what we have to prove, children? AP bisects angle A means we have to prove what angles are equal. Angle BAP is equal to angle CAP, isn't it? If these two angles are equal only, we can say that AP is a line bisected this angle equally. Understood? So, third part of the question, third part, AP bisects angle A. For that, see that we must prove any steps here? No. Why? Because already in the first we know that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So by CPCT we know that angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. So angle BAP is equal to angle CAP means what? AP bisects angle A. Isn't it? So right from one triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. That implies angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. Already we proved. Okay. So angle BAP equal to angle CAP means what, children? AP is a line bisecting angle A, isn't it? Which implies AP bisects angle A. So first part of the third question now. What is the second part of the question? Angle D. AP bisects angle D also. AP bisects angle D means what we have to prove? Second part of this third question. AP bisects angle D. If AP is a line bisecting angle D means automatically AP we can represent by DP. It bisects angle D. That means which angle must be equal? We have to prove that angle BDP is equal to angle CDP. Okay. For proving this, we have to write angle BDP is equal to angle CD. For that, what are the two triangles we have to consider? For proving this result, we must consider triangle BDP and triangle CDP. Consider triangle BDP and triangle CDP. So, we are considering triangle BDP as well as triangle CDP. So, BD equal to, what is BD, children? BD is same as CD. It is given because triangle BDC is an isosceles triangle. So, these two sides are equal. Then, what is the common side here? DP. Isn't it? DP is equal to DP common. Then what we know here? BP equal to CP. How you can know that? Because we already proved that triangle ABP and triangle ACP are congruent. So ABP and ACP are congruent means their corresponding parts are equal. So we know that BP equal to PC from result 2. From 2. Result 2. Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. So by CPCT we can say that BP equal to PC. That we must apply here. So 3 sides of one triangle is equal to 3 sides of another triangle. Then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by SSS congruency. Therefore, triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP. So these two triangles are congruent means automatically their corresponding parts are equal. So we can write therefore angle BDP is equal to angle CDP. So angle BDP is equal to angle CDP means these two angles are equal means what? DP is a line bisects angle D. DP is a line, D is a point standing on the line AP. So we can say that AP bisects angle D, which implies AP bisects angle D. Understood clearly, children? So concepts are very simple and easy. If you know the concept and comparison of two triangles, any one of the congruency we can apply. Whichever congruency we can apply, you have to think it. Then apply the identity. What are the congruencies you studied? Apply the congruencies. Then automatically whatever final answer we have to reach, it will get it very easily. Okay. So concentration is main and understand and do the sums. That is very, very important here. And the last concept, fourth one, AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. BC means what we have to prove? How we can prove that? AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. Now, we have to prove angle APB is equal to angle APC equal to 90 degree. Okay. If this angle become 90 degree only, we can say that AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. For proving this, what we have to do? All of you think it of. What we have to do? Triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP. Already we did, isn't it? Triangle In the previous case also we applied the same. Fourth Roman. Triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP. Okay. These two triangles are congruent means already BP equal to CP. Sorry, BP is equal to, yes, CP or PC, whatever. Okay. CP, CT, BP equal to CP. So BP equal to CP, we got it. So angle BPD equal to what, children? It's equal to angle CPD. That also CPCT, because these two triangles are congruent, already we proved. So from this result we will get BP equal to CP as well as angle BPD is equal to angle CPD. Now if you are applying, this is a line, DP is a ray stands on this line. So what is linear pair theorem? If a ray stands on a line, the sum of adjacent angles must be 180 degree, isn't it? So apply linear pair theorem in this one. Therefore we can write angle BPD plus angle CPD equal to 180 degree. What we applied here? Linear pair theorem. Okay. So BPD plus angle CPD is equal to 180 degree. BPD equal to CPD. Okay. These two angles are equal. So what will be each angle? Which implies angle BPD is equal to angle CPD equal to 90 degree. So if this angle is 90 degree means what we can say? AP bisect is the perpendicular bisector of BC, which implies AP is the perpendicular. This is the symbol for perpendicular. Perpendicular bisector of BC. So the four subdivisions of the question are.